Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's Worimi, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. It is a warm day here today in Australia. I hope the fan in the mirror is not going to distract you too much. It's hot, it's muggy, but it's not actually hot enough to put the air conditioning on. So we'll persevere through until such time. So thank you for joining me. Very quickly, correction from yesterday. Japan is sending the Patriot air defense system, not Patriot missiles. My bad. The news report was a little bit vague on that I read yesterday. So what I'm going to read on in this particular reading, I'm using the Trip and Wait Tarot, which means it's a Trump reading. Always. Anyhow, in regards to his appeal for immunity going to the DC appellate court, now I hope I've pronounced that correctly, on the 9th of January. Just quick note, in Michigan, Trump won the court case to appear on the ballot, apparently, and four voters attempted to take that to the Supreme Court of Michigan on appeal, and the Supreme Court has declined to hear it, which they are quite within their right to do so. Got to remember that an appeal is not actually hearing the court case again. It is just checking that the court decision was legally correct with the information that was provided. So let's have a look at the DC appellate case for Trump. Now, again, remembering that this is just a appeal, it is not hearing the case again. So what's happened is Judge Janet Shutkin has ruled that Trump does not have immunity from prosecution despite being president. Yeah, he's just making that up. He's just making up that he has immunity. No president has ever had immunity, and the Constitution says they don't. And at one stage there, if you remember correctly, a month or so ago, Trump was claiming he didn't take the oath of office, so therefore he wasn't an officer, and therefore he doesn't have to abide by the code. It was all very bizarre. So Jack Smith attempted to bypass the DC appeals court by going straight to SCOTUS. SCOTUS knocked it back to say no, it has to go to the appeals court, which is fair enough because you have to go through the correct process. I did read on the SCOTUS a while back. I do have that it will go to the SCOTUS, which tells me that the appeals court in DC, the appellate court in DC, is going to uphold Judge Shutkin's ruling. So that's enough blurbing for now. Let's get some cards out. So let's have a look. I'm just very quickly. Let's have a look. What's going to happen? How's Trump's appeal to the DC court regarding immunity going to go? Now I've got a full day in front of me. I've decided this year to do horoscopes. So yeah, guess what I'm doing tomorrow and Friday? Absolutely looking forward to it as well. What's flung out? The abuse of power. The abuse of power. So let's have a look. Immunity, and you want that card, so come on down. Let's have a look. So the first card out, I'll just move you back a little bit. There we've got the abuse of power. Oh, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth in the fighting. The throwing under the bus is going to be Trump's challenge. So how's Trump's appeal going to go? He may even fight with his lawyers, is what his solicitors in regards to this. This is what I want, but you can't have it. But this is what I want, but you can't have it. So the infighting is going to be his challenge. It's in regards to the abuse of power and the infighting. Yeah, he's not going to like the result. The truth is literally the eye is open, seeing the truth. Three of Swords here. I must remember to say what the cards are. Five of Swords, five, which is fives are always the obstacles, Five of Wands, and then we have the Three of Swords. The all-seeing eye, seeing the truth, and he's not going to like the truth. Despair, disappointment, loss in the face of the truth. In the past, the burden of the messaging has been on Trump himself. The burden of proving different is on. So we've got the Ten of Wands, just the end of the cycle. But yeah, he's carrying the burden. Crowning this reading, Queen of Cups. Something yet to be unveiled here by Trump. Looking very, the Queen of Cups, she is about an emotional maturity internally, staring at this cup, not liking what's contained within it. It has its lid on. Let's see how this goes. I'm wondering whether this is one of his lawyers. Immediate future, we've got again another 10, end of a cycle for the voter. Externally for Trump, poor choices. Choices based on greed and addiction and power and vanity, which we know that's what he made his choices with the Seven of Cups there. Internally for Trump, lunacy. Okay. Interesting word. Thanks, guys. The Moon card. More secrets coming to the surface and being exposed, but we've also got his irrationality. I'll say irrationality internally. Hopes and fears, his legacy, Trump org, you name it. So 10 of, again, end of a cycle, end of a cycle, end of a cycle. 10 of Pentacles, end of his financial cycle as well, end of his ability to grift. But this is going to be his legacy. The outcome, 7 of Swords, the lies, the deceit, the betrayal, the attempt to steal the election, the Star card. The best of democracy will stand firm in light of these lies. And then we've got the Six of Wands, which for some readers is victory, but for me, if you have a look at the figures in the background, they're looking away, they're not comfortable with the position. The dude on the horse is just looking straight ahead, not taking any notice of what's going around him. To me, he's going to be seen and heard. Something unexpected coming out of left field for him with the Page of Cups. He's going to find himself entrapped by this message that he's been putting out there about presidential immunity. Now, again, some readers have this as the celebration card or the marriage card, but if you look in the background, again, you've got the people walking away. So you've got the couple in the middle going, rah, 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 listen to me, because wands are about messaging, but others are walking away. So he's going to continue on with his carry on about immunity, but we have the World card, an end of a cycle for him. End of a cycle. He's going to find it really emotionally overwhelming with that Ace of Cups. He's not going to like the outcome with the Four of Cups there. We've got the Lovers card, which to me is about contracts and agreements in regards to money exchanging hands. And then we have my Russia card with the Empress, money from Russia. Okay, we then have the Emperor card, which is how Trump sees himself, the King of Wands, the judges, the legislators. Seeing this as the appeals court judge. Uh-oh, 10 of Swords, the fourth and final ending, and then we have the Justice card coming for him, and we've got Jack Smith there. Jack Smith, be careful what you wish for. So I am considering that there may be more that comes out if he takes it to the appellate court, because we've got on the base, we've got the foundation base, we've got the volatile message being brought forward, a spy in the camp, a whistleblower bringing forward a truth quickly that is going to restrict Trump. Okay. Which leads me to wonder whether it is actually going to go to SCOTUS at all. So I've got more information coming out. If this goes to the appellate court on the 9th, I have more information coming out that perhaps has been kept in reserve. This is interesting. I'm just going to pull 3 cards. Is the, because when I did the SCOTUS reading on it, I had 3 of them, Judgment and the Tower. When I did the SCOTUS reading, he's going to face judgment that's going to bring him down. When I did the SCOTUS reading, I did see there were 3 judges that were, it was sort of 3 to, is it 3 to 5 or 4 to 5, something like that. The Moon, Temperance, his internal lunacy, and trying to juggle this back and forth to find a balance. I did see several of the judges not several of the judges not wanting to take the case because it would show their hand. Let's have a look. Will this case, after going to the DC appellate, will the SCOTUS? Okay, thank you. I'm told to grab pendulum instead. For those that are new, this is an amethyst that has been with me for 25 odd years. Recently, after trying to find a pendulum, I found that shop bought ones never worked for me. So a piece of wire from the craft shop and a chain that I had in my drawer. So let's have a look. Round and round means they're ready for a question. Back and forth is yes, side to side is no. Okay, they're ready for the question. Is, after the appellate court, is Trump going to try and take the case to the SCOTUS? Yes, they know what case I'm talking about. Last question, yep. Are SCOTUS, the Supreme Court, the United States, going to take Trump's appeal? Now that's interesting. It's going to a sort of, which is angle to angle, which tells me the decision has not been made yet. Okay, are those on SCOTUS? I see as clear as day that 5 of Wands, the infighting. Are the judges on SCOTUS waiting to see what the DC appellate court does first? Yes. Can I ask a question? Is there infighting? Is there infighting of the Supreme Court of the United States about hearing this case? Is there some infighting going on? And again, I'm getting a sort of. So it's not a no, it's not a yes. Angle to angle. Yes-ish, no-ish, sort of. Okay, that confirms the feel that I'm having. I've got some from the SCOTUS that want to take it and others that don't because of loyalties. Loyalties to the Constitution, but on the other side, loyalties to Trump and the financial backers. Okay, let's see how it plays. Love to you all. Take care.